Good morning, students. Today we are going to begin with the first chapter of Social and Political Life, the Indian Constitution. What is a constitution? A constitution is a set of rules that guides how a country, state, or other political organization works. A constitution may tell what the branches of the government are, what powers they have, and how they work. It may also state the rights of the citizen. Let's take an example. If you go and buy a new handset or a new mobile for yourself from the market, so along with the mobile, you will also get a handbook. What does the handbook tell about the mobile? It tells about the functioning of the mobile, the different parts that are available in the along with the mobile, how to assemble it. For the proper functioning of the mobile, you will refer the handbook, right? Same way for proper functioning of a country, the government follows the constitution, which has all the set of rules and principles about governing the nation. Now, why do a country need a constitution? We can take it like this with the help of the game of football. Okay, you must have played many other games like football, cricket, hockey. Okay, so all the games are having their rules, right? So if you talk about the rules of football game, it is very clear that you cannot play the football with your hands. You have to play it with your foot. If you play it with your hands, or if you touch the football with your hand, then it will be considered as foul. Okay. Similarly, different kind of games. Let it be hockey, cricket, or football, volleyball, handball, whatever. All are having their rules, which needs to be followed when you are playing that particular game, right? Each of these games have a defined set of rules which helps to distinguish one game from another. As these are fundamental to that game, we can call them the constitutive rules of the game. Okay. All countries have a constitution, but countries that have a constitution are not necessarily democratic. Okay, it can be any country which follows any form of government like monarchy, or let it be communist government, or let it be a democratic country or a monarchy. So all the countries have different forms of government, but all the countries cannot be democratic. They have their own form of government. Okay, but every country has a constitution. So constitution tells us fundamental nature of our society. A country is made up of different communities of people who share certain beliefs but may not agree on all issues. So a constitution helps to serve as a set of rules and principles that all person in a country can agree upon as the basis of the way in which they want the country to be governed. It is an agreement on certain ideals that they all believe the country should uphold. Okay, so a constitution is nothing but it is ideals of the people of that country, ideals of that government. Okay, it tells it about how a country works, how the government governs that nation. So a constitution is very important for every country so that the people from the other country who comes in that country understand just by looking at the constitution that what are the ideals of the nation and of the people living there. Let us try to understand how a constitution talks about the ideals of that nation. Let us try to understand this through the example of our neighboring country, Nepal. Nepal was a monarchy. That means the Constitution of 1990 said that the final power rested with the King of Nepal. Like how we have our head as the Prime Minister of our country who decides uh, the who decides for our nation. At that time, the king of Nepal was the ultimate decision maker of Nepal. Okay, hence the people movement started in Nepal in 2006, who fought for a decade to establish democracy in 2015. People's movement meaning that people came on roads and there was a big protest against the king. They wanted to throw the king from the throne and they wanted to establish a democratic government in Nepal. So the people, they came on the roads, they fought against the king, and they established democracy, fighting for almost a decade, for more than 10 years. And finally, in 2015, the democracy was established in Nepal. So the old constitution of Nepal was changed as it did not reflect the ideals of the country that they want Nepal to be. Okay, so the new constitution, which was a democratic government, was formed. So the constitution also was changed accordingly. Okay, so now it was a democratic country where the people had the right to vote their representatives. Okay, so the constitution now talks about Nepal as a democratic country and not as a country which was a monarchy.